But I do want to mention one script that will help you out so much in any area that it's a great one to start out with. And it's simply this. I'm a hard worker and I get the job done. And when you start loading that program into your mind and following through on your goals and connecting your focus to that script and visualizing results that go around that one simple idea, you'll be amazed at the difference that it can make. And it can make it right away.
Hey, that's the one you are using. Does it work?
It's starting to. I was ready to bail on my vocab the other night, but then I remembered it and started saying it to myself. I didn't bail and went for 15 more minutes, and felt really good about myself because of it. I hate to say it, but he is right. Just getting the job done really does feel a lot better than not getting the job done.
I'm going to have to get on this stuff, but it seems like I would be lying if I did, because I'm not really like that. I really am lazy and hate everything about school.
A big problem that a lot of people have when they hear about self-talk is the idea of changing a script. They say, well, wait a minute, I'd just be lying. This is just the way I am. Okay, let's say that's true, because if you think it's true, then that's true. Well, were you born that way? No. So, how did you get that way? However you did it, it was some version of taking on a belief and reinforcing that through the constant chatter. So, if you are that way, you are that way. But who says you have to stay that way? You talked yourself into it. Well, now you can talk yourself out of it. Self-talk, like beliefs and like focus, is based in habit. It's just the repetition of doing it over and over and over again. And then the habit is formed. Like the shoe tying example I gave you on the belief video. Now, one of the problems with changing a habit is something called homeostasis. And all that is the force that keeps things the way they are.
Homeostasis sounds like something from biology. What does that have to do with all this mind stuff?
Exactly. My teacher said it was about your body fighting off diseases, and why we don't bleed to death when we get cut. I have no idea how that has anything to do with anything.
We usually hear about homeostasis in biology because of the role it plays in keeping the bodily systems functioning the way they're supposed to. But for our purposes, all it means is keeping things the way they are. Now, if the way things aren't working out in your favor and you want to make changes to something new, then you got to fight against that. It's kind of like swimming upstream a little bit. But once you begin to establish the new habit, the new routine, the same thing that was fighting against you now turns to your ally, and it helps you keep the new routine going. So, if you set out to start working on this stuff and you find out that it's not easy to get going, even though you want to, it's normal. Okay? You just got to keep pushing a little bit, and then it turns to your favor.
Hey, this is what happened to me. When I started this stupid hard worker bit, I just wanted to bail, and it was really hard, because that's what I always did before. But when I kept at it, it became easier. After a while, when I thought of bailing, instead of saying I'm out at here, I pushed a little, and it became easier. Last night, I was ready to quit without doing the words and it didn't feel right, and then I went for 15 more minutes. That must be what he is talking about.